Okay, hi Debbie.
Hi Heidi,
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Good. Well, thank you for coming back.
Uh-huh.
I know the last session that we did, we focused on dealing with your kitty. We had your kitty be a part of it.
Yes.
And this time you decided to venture out to the barn and try to do a session with my horse Glimmer. So, how do you feel getting started?
I'm excited.
You are?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
excited.
cool. So, due to mobility issues, normally I would start with somebody outside of the barn and go over the emotional arousal scale and the window of tolerance. But because of mobility issues, we're just going to go ahead today and I'll sit down here with you and we'll go over this together. And then I have Glimmer's door shut for right now. And then when we're ready to engage her as a partner, we'll go ahead and open up her door. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. So, do you have any questions before we get started?
No, I've never been around horses this close before.
Okay.
We had horses when the kids were growing up, but I was kind of afraid of them.
Okay.
And I got hurt by one of them, so
Okay.
that made my tolerance a little bit iffy.
Okay, so anything that you are uncomfortable with, just let me know immediately and we'll go ahead and we'll figure out how to make you more comfortable in that moment. Are you feeling comfortable, like are you okay sitting right here with the door shut?
Oh, of course.
Okay, okay. So we'll start with that then, and then when we kind of move forward and maybe engaging the horse, we'll just do everything based off of how you're feeling.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
And then we'll just stop at any point that you want to stop.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
And thank you for sharing that information with me because I want to make sure that we're safe and that what we're doing, everything is always safe so that we aren't putting you in danger or the horse in danger. We want our animal partner to be safe just like I want you to be safe, right?
Right.
So for the purposes of today's session, we will not be going in the stall at all, okay? And Glimmer will not be coming out of the stall. Okay. So basically, to get started, I want to explain to you a little bit about what animal therapy is. So animal assisted or animal equine assisted therapy is a type of therapy that can be used to help individuals who are working through trauma, working through anxiety, depression, relationship issues, kind of a lot of different barriers in their lives. The animals can act as a third party, so they're like a third part of the session. So whereas some people would use animals as a tool, we use them as a partner. So the animal has a say and has thoughts and feelings and behaviors that are just as important as yours or mine. So Glimmer is going to be a part of today's session and she is just as much important as I am or you. Okay? Do you have questions about that before we move forward with anything?
No, I think I understand that.
Okay. So, when we're engaging in animal therapy, we always want to make sure we're being safe. So I never want to put you in an unsafe situation or put the animal in an unsafe situation. So we do everything based upon what the animal is willing to engage and how comfortable you're feeling. So if you're not feeling comfortable with doing something, we don't need to be doing it.
Okay.
And if Glimmer doesn't feel comfortable or something is unsafe, then I may have to intervene and correct that so that we're safe because I don't want any type of safety issues coming into play.
Okay.
Okay? So just off the start, Glimmer is not a biter. So just knowing that she's not a kicker and she's not a biter. So just knowing that she doesn't have any significant behavioral problems to worry about right off the start. Okay? All right. So the first thing that I want to do, I put this right in front of you so that you can see it.
Yes.
This is the emotional arousal scale and your window of tolerance. So I want to go through this with you so that you can understand what this is, how it's used, why we use it, and then it'll make more sense when we're doing the actual engagement with the animal as to, oh, okay, now I see where this is coming from and why we're using this. So if we look at the left side of here, it talks about the emotional arousal. And you can see there's positive arousals and negative arousals. But they both can be escalated and they both can be de-escalated, right? So if I'm feeling a positive arousal, it might be that I'm feeling really excited or really happy, kind of like how you mentioned you were feeling when you're sitting here in the barn.
Mhm.
On the opposite side of that, if I'm feeling a positive arousal, it might be that I'm feeling very calm or very content. Okay, so that's more of a de-escalation arousal, but it's still a positive feeling, positive
Right,
experience.
right.
On the negative arousal side, where we're uncomfortable, that could be me getting really angry, me being fearful of a situation, or the opposite end of that, where I just start disconnecting from the whole situation altogether, and I just am completely feeling numb at that point. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, so that's kind of how the emotional arousal scale works. Now, if we look at the window of tolerance, the window of tolerance goes from 1 to 10, right? And it's a chart. So 1 is going to be the lowest end, and 10 is going to be the highest end, okay?
Mhm.
So a 1 would be feeling completely calm, done. A 10 would be, I am super excited, I'm super aroused, whatever it might be, okay?
Mhm.
So we call a 10 hyper arousal zone. So that's on the upper end of it. Increased body sensations are part of it. You get really excited. You might be watching around, being hyper vigilant to a situation, okay? On the opposite side of that is what we call hypo arousal. That's down towards the 1, right? So that's going down the scale. So this is when we're not feeling as much, when we start feeling numb, when our brain is kind of disabling so that we can just survive a situation. Kind of when we're on autopilot, if you've ever heard of that.
Mhm.
Okay. So kind of like people set temperatures in their house, everybody has a different temperature or a different zone, which is their window of tolerance. So some people have their house at 70 degrees, or if you're like grandma, you have your house at 85 year round. So that's her comfort zone, right?
Mhm.
We all have a different comfort zone. So whereas my comfort zone might be a 4 or 5 or 6, your comfort zone might be a 6, 7, or 8. Or on the opposite end, you might be a 2, 3, or 4. Depending upon the experiences that we have gone through in our life, and our body chemistry, and our personality, and our values, all of that plays into where we sit on the window of tolerance zone. There is no right or wrong answer. There is no specific goal that we're trying to achieve on here. It just is what it is, and it gives us a number to be able to scale to our feelings or sensations that we have going on in our body.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. So, the next piece of it is that I want to talk about are the somatic experiences or the somatic symptoms. Do you know what somatic symptoms or somatic experiences are without reading the chart?
I forgot.
It's okay.
You told me
So
yesterday.
yeah, that's fine. So basically, what they are the sensations that you feel within your body. So when you were talking about how excited you were when you first came in, did you feel anything in your body?
Yes.
What did you feel?
I felt like a twittery happiness
Okay.
because I love animals,
Okay.
and actually my animals, my goats were, and the kids' horses were something that made me very happy in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And even now to this day I have dreams about them.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a very happy part of my life.
So you're very excited to be engaging in the animal.
Oh yeah,
piece of
and I
it.
love the barn and all of it.
Yeah.
And petting the horses and petting the goats and grooming them and all that. I enjoyed doing that.
Okay.
And their little personalities. I love
The
their
animals?
the
Yeah.
animals as personalities.
Do you feel like each animal has their own personality?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, just like each human does, right?
Right.
So if each human has their own personality, each animal definitely has their own personality too.
Right.
So that's a really good thing to know. So for example, Glimmer, she has her own personality, right?
Mhm.
So one thing about Miss Glimmer is she will very clearly let you know if she does or does not like something. Okay?
Mhm.
So that's one of her personality quirks that she has. So much like you're talking about with the horses and the goats that you were around, they all have their little personality cues,
Mhm.
and they let you know what those are.
Mhm.
So if we go back to the somatic feelings, I can see that you started smiling when you were talking about the horses and the goats and spending time with them and the grooming and whatnot. So where does that put you on the window of, or on the scale here? If I asked you where you were at out of 1 to 10.
10.
A 10?
10.
Okay. And is there any words that are really associated with that for you? With the 10? Like when you're thinking about the animals and whatnot, does it make you feel?
I get overly stimulated.
Overly stimulated?
Overly stimulated.
Okay. And how does that feel in your body, being overly stimulated?
Free and tolerant and
Yeah.
present
Awesome.
and
Awesome. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Mhm.
So, obviously, that was a really cool experience for you, and it brings back very fond memories, and you're high on the arousal scale,
Right.
right? In a positive manner.
Right.
So, if at all during the course of this you need to take a break, we need to take a time out or anything, just let me know, and we can go ahead and do that. If you are feeling uncomfortable and you need to change from the chair to your walker or anything at all, we can definitely do whatever we need to do to help you be comfortable, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what I want to talk with you a little bit about is your comfort level with Miss Glimmer today. So, I know you mentioned that you had been around horses in the past, but you also said that you were scared of them.
Well, yes.
Okay. So, would you be uncomfortable if I opened the door to her stall?
No.
Okay.
No.
So are you okay with me doing that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to open the door
The
to
thing
her
is,
stall.
when you're around these animals,
Mhm.
you have to think ahead.
Okay.
You can't just do things because I got hurt very badly by a horse because it was getting dark. Nobody was there to feed, so I went down to feed, and there was a bunch of poop in his stall that he had gone, and so I got the wheelbarrow and the manure fork out, thinking that I had to take care of that, which I had no business doing, and the horse ran over me because he got scared by a moth.
Okay.
And he ran me over and knocked me out, and I had to crawl back into the stall. That's why I'm afraid of horses, because I have to stop and think. Where am I? What am I doing? Why am I going to do this?
Okay.
Am I going to get hurt doing this?
Okay. So I noticed your whole demeanor changed with that.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you at on the scale right now between a 1 and a 10?
Probably a 4.
A 4? So you're feeling like a 4 on it?
Mm-hmm.
In a positive or a negative way?
Well, kind of in a negative way when I talk about that.
Okay.
But all my other experiences have been on the upper
What are you
end.
feeling in your body right now with that? Because I can see like you kind of have some facial
Well,
expressions.
I feel very sad because it changed my life because it messed up my knee, and I can't have a normal life like regular people. And life is a journey for everybody, but it's an extra hard journey for me. Carrying all this, packing all this weight on this bad leg, and then I have arthritis on top of that. So it's very sad.
Is the arthritis from the injury?
The arthritis just came on after a couple, 2 or 3 different injuries. I had a client fall on me and injure my leg because I tried to catch her, and it injured my leg. And I had another injury too with that leg. Oh, I fell down in gravel when I was messing with my pond, and I had no business doing that because it had been snowing, it was icy, and the railroad ties were icy, and I zoomed right over them and zoomed right down on them. You know?
I remember that.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for sharing that with me. That's a lot of trauma related to
Yeah.
that. So as much as you like being around the animals, it sounds like there was some experiences that you had with them that were traumatic for you.
But it was my doing. It was my fault for not thinking ahead or thinking, what's this animal gonna do? What's this animal thinking? The horse
Okay.
probably thought I was gonna start spearing it with the manure fork or something.
Do you know that?
Yes. Do I know that for sure?
Mhm.
No, but I'm, I'm thinking it might have.
Okay. So just like us, we never can fully tell what they're thinking or feeling because they have their own feelings or experiences. So I don't think you necessarily did anything wrong. It was something that happened, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, accidents happen,
Right,
right? Look at my arm.
yeah,
I broke my arm last summer, right?
yeah, and then you
Accidents
got
happen.
scratched by the dog this summer.
And accidents happen.
Correct.
So, yeah, I think that you're right though. Just being very mindful and being cautious is perfectly okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a great way to approach, the interaction and the session to help keep yourself aware of it
Mm-hmm.
and aware of what you've got going on. So, is there anything that we need to do right now to help you feel more comfortable?
No?
Okay.
You can open the door.
Okay, I will open the door then.
Hello, Glimmer. Oh, great.
It's okay. She's participating as
Are you
well.
participating? Hmm? Are you participating?
Here, I gotta get you guys both in the camera here.
Are you participating, Glimmer? Miss Glimmer. Hi, I hear you're a real gentle girl. It's too hard for me to get up, or I'd get up and pet her. But pretend like I'm petting her.
Oh, you're pretending to pet her?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, girl. You're a good girl. Yeah. You're pretty. Yeah, pretty.
So I noticed you're smiling again.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a positive response?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So where are you at on the scale now?
A 9.
A 9? And are you feeling any sensations in your body?
Excited.
Excited? What does exciting feel like in your body?
It flutters like
It's-
butterflies
Okay. And where's that located?
in my tummy.
In your tummy? Okay. Awesome. So that's really good sensory awareness.
And I do want to pet her, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of her. I'm not afraid to pet her.
Okay.
Because she's not going to do anything to me. She's behind the
Stall guard?
stall guard, and I know she's not going to do anything to me. And I've been around her a little bit, and so I know she's not going to purposely do anything anyway.
Do you think the horse intentionally tried to hurt you before?
No, I don't think they intentionally did. I think it was just a reaction that they had. They had a reaction to me as well as to the moth that was flying around in the dark.
So in that situation, do you think that the horse was, where do you think the horse was on the window of tolerance, or on the scale there? Do you think he was higher or lower on his tolerance level?
Lower.
Lower?
Yeah,
Do you think
that
he had-
horse didn't.
Do you think he was comfortable or uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Maybe even fear-based?
Yes, definitely.
So
And I was fear-based too after I did it. He hopped over the top of the wheelbarrow right at me, and I was fear-based then.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a real low.
So are you feeling, or how are you feeling right now? Is there anything that you need to do to feel more comfortable?
No, I'll just
Okay.
watch her.
Do you feel safe right now?
Mhm.
Okay.
She's very fascinating. Horses are very fascinating animals. But they're so big, you've gotta respect them. Very much respect them because they could do you harm. And if you're not familiar with the horse, you should never do anything that you're not familiar with because they could not like it. And then you can get hurt.
Do you mean like if you've never worked with the horse, that specific horse before?
Right.
So
Any horse.
any horse? Okay.
If you know them, and you know that they aren't gonna kick you, and they're not gonna bite you, and you know that they're not gonna jump at you, or try to hop over a stall guard or something like that, that's one thing. But if you don't know, you should never put yourself in that situation.
Okay. I think that's really good awareness for you. It sounds like you're pretty mindful of that since the injury. So since
Yes.
that injury, have you been around horses at all?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
And I didn't blame that horse either. I didn't hate the horse or you know, or not give him any attention or anything like that. It just made me respect him and realize, you know, he's afraid of things. He's not familiar with things. So you better be sure you know what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
or you could get hurt.
Okay.
She's hungry.
How do you know she's hungry? What's she exhibiting?
She's chowing down on the grain first.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't eat that as fast,
Okay.
but then as soon as she got to the alfalfa stuff, she started eating that faster.
Okay.
It's like she liked it better.
Yeah.
She seems very content.
Does she? What are you noticing with her that makes you think she's content?
All the way. Now she's just kinda,
Okay.
I don't know what you
No,
call
that's
it,
okay.
relaxing while she's
Okay.
eating.
Does she look relaxed to you?
Yeah, she's not stressed or anything. It's not like anybody's gonna take her food away from her, you know?
Yeah. Do you think if that happened, that would cause a different reaction for her?
She might get a little antsy and start kinda, walking back and forth and pacing and stuff. I don't think she would try to bite you or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but she might get a little antsy if you take it away because she won't understand why you did that,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That makes sense.
Munching away. I guess that shows she likes it.
Is that what that shows?
I guess.
Okay, that's fair. Are you feeling okay with the door being open?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm fine. It's amazing how they can chomp that hard alfalfa, you know, the stemmy alfalfa, they just chomp it right down.
Mm-hmm.
Those big old teeth.
I think she's an herbivore, huh?
Mm-hmm. How much alfalfa does she get?
She gets half a flake in the morning and half a flake at night.
Oh.
But if she's going out on pasture, she just gets half a flake at night.
Oh. Is there very much pasture out there for her?
Mm-hmm.
What about for the other horse?
Mm-hmm. Good question.
They get satisfied, they get enough to eat?
Well, what do you think?
It looks like she is.
Okay.
Looking at her.
What makes you say that?
She's pretty blimp.
Oh, she's a blimp? Okay.
She's nicely filled out,
Got it.
nicely filled out.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
She's keeping her eye on us too, though.
Is she? You noticing her doing that?
Mhm.
What clues is she giving you that she's still here?
Her chomping,
Her chomping.
and every now and then she moves her hoofs,
Okay.
her leg.
Mm-hmm. Anything else that she's doing to make sure that she's still part of the conversation?
She's getting closer to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's putting her head under there.
Make you nervous?
A little bit.
Okay.
She's okay.
Do you want me to shut the door?
No. No, you don't have to shut the door. You can tell she's very attached to you every time you move. She follows, like, in a way. Gets closer. Is this your mom? Huh? Is this your mom? Yeah. You're beautiful. Yes, you are. Pretty quiet in here, huh? With just two horses.
Can be. But we also have Shrek coming down the hallway.
Mm-hmm. You shut that door too at night?
Mm-hmm. Much like humans, Glimmer wants to also make sure that you know that she's still here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she did.
So when Glimmer started to put her head underneath the stall guard, I noticed that your expression changed a lot, and you kind of
I
had
got a little fear.
You did, okay.
Yes, I had a little fear.
Okay, where were you at on the emotional arousal scale? Did you feel like high arousal based off of fear? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Mhm.
What number were you? With your high arousal, where would you say your number was?
Top for,
The top? A 10?
yeah,
Okay.
for that part of
And she put her head under?
it. Yeah, I thought she was gonna come out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you feel in your body?
Like my heart was pounding
Okay.
and I kinda stiffened up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. How are you feeling now?
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Do you feel like you need to do anything to help regulate yourself at all? No? Okay. Did it help when I got up and made her go back in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And are you okay to leave the door open now?
Mhm.
Okay.
Sure.
So, the experience that you had in the past is maybe still influencing some of your feelings now.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. You don't forget. And especially you don't forget when it's affected your whole life. You know, I can't go places and do things like normal people do. I can't walk that far. And it's not just because of that injury. It's numerous injuries, plus the arthritis. So I don't know if making a decision to have the arthritis repaired, getting a knee replacement, I'm not sure that would be the right choice either, because I'm not so sure it's gonna fix everything that's wrong with that leg.
Okay. So this has brought up a lot for you.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
A lot of feelings, positive and negative, and good experiences and maybe not so great experiences.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her favorite thing to eat must be alfalfa.
Yeah. She kinda just is ramming her head in the bag, isn't she?
She sure is, trying to get every morsel. Cause she ever tear the bag?
Yes,
She does.
she has, yes.
Now it's time for hay. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Does she lay down in the stall?
Sometimes, yeah.
So she rests her legs?
Just like people. Just like you need to sit down and take a break, so does she.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes she'll lay down in the pasture, in the sunshine.
Oh. Does the other horse do that? Well, I guess that would mean if they lay down in the sun in the pasture, they would feel comfortable. And they wouldn't have any fear or anything. They'd feel okay, you know, safe and, because I wouldn't think that if they felt unsafe that they would lay down in the pasture.
Right. Is there a place that you feel really safe?
At home,
At home?
yeah.
At home. Feel safe at home?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. That's where you feel the most safe?
Yep.
Like she does laying down in the pasture?
Yep.
Got it. That makes sense.
Laying down in my bed.
Laying on your bed, okay. Well, I really appreciate you coming and chatting with me and going over all this. So after all of this is said here, where do you see yourself at on the scale right now?
An 8.
An 8? Okay. Is that a positive arousal?
Yes, it's
Okay.
definitely positive.
And what are you experiencing in your body right now, sensationally?
Relax.
Relax?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She has a ball in there.
Yes.
Does she play with it?
No.
Oh.
Nope. So is this something that you would like to try again?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
It makes me feel comfortable and relieved. I'm not having to think about any outside pressures or anything like that. It's just us in here visiting with her.
Well, when we finish a session, what I usually like to do is thank the animal partner for participating in our session today. So, Glimmer, I just want to say thank you for participating in our session today. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Glimmer. I enjoyed being with you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Debbie.
Thank you. Thank you.